Coming in with the global strat, Underlord IO opening. Do you like it, man?
It's a pretty strong opener. I think they're trying to do the thing where they catch the Chinese teams off guard. If you're from Horde's perspective, you're like, wow, they don't actually know how to play against me, but they know how to draft against it.
Yes.
For Underlord, they probably don't know how to play that well against it, but it's a little bit more difficult to draft against, I would say.
Because I think, as you said, kind of the Chinese side, Chinese sides value Underlord quite highly now. I mean, at least in like ESL recently, a lot of Chinese teams were just banning him out all the time.
Yes.
It seemed like it was a hero they were scared of.
Yes.
So we'll see if, as you said, they do have a plan. Ember's going to be picked up, so...
That is some disgusting high ground defense with Keeper and Ember.
Yeah, the spam is real, indeed, with the illuminating the sleight of fist. They have the potential to hold Horde back when the pushes come through. Also very nice, of course, as well for catching out, dealing with the IO, remnanting immediately onto the back lines and bursting down the ball of light. A Horde straight in response, picking up a line and then immediately, to be or not to be, grabbing the bounty. So it seems like both teams here with a very clear plan in their mind, Ben.
I like the Lion pickup. It serves dual purpose. One's locked on for an Ember. Second is destroy Naga illusions. The Bounty Hunter, they didn't really get too many track kills, at least early on in the last game, but it worked really well in getting them vision, popping smokes, and being that first hero that Horde were looking to kill early on in the game. And as you mentioned, these two heroes have really great synergy in dealing with the IO, the Bounty and the Ember. OD.
OD indeed. One of the ways of clearing for those illusions. And I guess as well, a kind of a nice bit of a setup for the Underlord's pit as such. I imagine if you were Astral and then get someone and get the pit on it as soon as they're out there rooted.
That's pretty underwhelming.
Is it not? You don't like it, Ben?
Reserve time.
I do not like it.
You don't like it, Ben?
That is not one of the strengths, I would say, of Horde's lineup.
What about, Ben? This is the strat, right? Underlord's like, right, boys, we're out of here. OD says we're leaving you behind, and then you Astral your teammate, and you'll leave him.
Does that leave him behind?
It probably does, doesn't it?
Maybe.
Do you think it does? If you... No, but if you Astral someone inside the range... Yeah. So you can leave someone behind, Ben.
I'm sure that's not what they're...
Maybe that's the strat, Ben. But leave your teammate behind strat. But we'll see. With these final bans... Chinese ban out the jug. Horde. Are they going to ban out for to be or not to be? To be or not to be? Still looking for one. Will be their offlaner. Darkseer is there.
Darkseer, I would say.
Yeah, surely just.
It's a safest one. Yeah. Who else is there? Bat Rider, I think would be extremely good.
Yeah, they just banned out Darkseer. He had a good game last game.
I think Bat Rider would destroy them though. Oof.
Really? Why is the bat so good?
They have no counter versus the Bat Rider. I think like OD also struggles a lot versus Napalm and getting lassoed. Like either one of them is like very, very strong. They also there's no like great defensive support. I guess IO relocate, but that's like kind of weak. I think it's also a really strong laner. Like I think Lion is gonna have trouble zoning him out. IO doesn't really offer lane support in the safe lane too much. And it's very popular amongst Chinese teams. They always value the Bat Rider.
What do you think of playing the safe lane? We obviously saw Horde played Necro last game.
That was super underwhelming.
Yeah,
I didn't like
really
the mech build
much impact
versus the AA as well. What else is there? Slark, I think I would actually like a lot.
Okay.
For them, might take up a lot of. Actually, Slark I would not like that much. I would say it's Slark more on to be or not to be, but they would not run that. They need an offlaner. Good versus Ember. Good versus Naga. And synergizes it with IO.
What about picking up a Drow?
Drow would not be bad.
Drow OD, let's go.
It's risky. Riskier than our strat last game, I would say.
Would you
maybe AM? I don't know.
An AM game? Really?
It's really good versus Naga. It used to be one of the best counter picks, I would say, in the 1 position. Because you farm faster than a Naga, and you can also clear her illusions. Yeah. And she can't actually man fight you at any stage in the game. But
I mean, they could go Sven themselves, couldn't they?
Sven is weak versus Naga, I would say. Sven's only when you need the AoE damage. When Naga splits their illusions up, they're not clumped. At least for good Naga players, they're not clumped. And it's very difficult to kill an Ember Spirit.
Oh, Ben, it's a troll pick.
It's the old school IO Troll. It was one of Alliance's old favorites, so it's not terribly surprising to see Ake pick it. However, Troll in this patch has not seen much play.
Yes.
Jakiro. Jakiro I like with the Naga. It's one of the better setups. Like Disruptor is very common. We see Arrow a lot, but I think Jakiro is also very good. It's also very good at dealing with the OD.
And this is the core offlane Jakiro, I'd imagine, by the looks of it then with this draft.
Probably dual lane.
Dual lane?
Yeah.
What, Kotal Naga and just having Bounty hanging around with the Jack up top? Or do you put the Kotal on the aggressive?
Let's see. The offlane from Horde would be Underlord, which I think Naga would struggle against. So I would say Jakiro Kotal sounds pretty... Jakiro Bounty sounds pretty decent.
Seconds remaining.
It's going to be a lot of misses this game. Troll and
5
Keeper.
seconds remaining.
Miss.
Let's see if it works out here for Horde. Obviously down a game at the moment. As the Chinese stand 1-0 ahead in this 2-game series. Here we have it. Horde versus T.O.T. To be or not to be. Game 2 underway. And gee, let's just sort this out. There we go. Magic. All done, all good. And in terms of lanes, we'll see what we've got going on as well. On the side of Horde, it will indeed be Excalibur playing the OD. And it's something that we don't really see a lot, but the Troll ult and the ODs, that could be pretty powerful in fights, can't it, Ben? Yeah, I mean, you're going to steal a lot of intel with that attack speed.
Yep. Your tower hitter sucks, though.
Yes.
That is the one big downside with that duo. But yeah, you don't really need attack speed items. Maybe we won't see like a Trez into Pike like we see in most of the games. Actually, I don't know. They're both so good though. Trez, Pike, meh.
30 seconds.
As long as he has uptime, which is always a concern with the Blinding Light. Blinding Light is very obnoxious to deal with as a core.
And it does look like Ben at the moment in terms of the lanes that T.O.T. are looking to potentially put the this Naga lane up top, and at the same time Horde, they've also switched the size of the maps that they're on as well. So is this someone reading someone better than the other? Like who's getting the matchup that they wanted here?
Definitely the Radiant side.
Yep.
Naga does not like to be pressured in the early game, although she is pretty strong in the 3-on-1 situation. 3-on-3, I think she struggles a little bit. The Troll is especially good at dealing against tri lanes, I would say, because of whirling axes, and he's pretty darn tanky.
Or Pablo. What's the plan here, Ben? Was he looking for
chicken?
Yeah. Can he get his way out of it? That was the question.
Pop his clarity. Oh, he didn't even pop his clarity.
Pablo might actually be alright, might he?
Pablo's fine.
Yeah, he's a little too speedy. Tethers across, back up to the mid lane. He's okay. And already the harassment begins for the two of them trying to hold Rampage back. And the way the lanes have settled down, Xiaoye and Melody Lovers do end up sitting down in this bottom lane as Gorgsy playing the Troll on his own at the moment, because up top E-Skill is getting the help from Ake as they try and move him for a bit of early aggression onto Irite. Not enough damage to bring down this Jakiro. So some strange lanes coming out here from both sides. Now they'll move the line over towards the bottom, so Horde are going to be able to get that lane where they will be able to put pressure onto the Naga by the looks of it.
That's what you want.
Make sure early Radiance timing isn't going to be there for Xiaoye.
Nice stacking by Melody Lovers.
And I guess this is what, does this kind of force the Bounty to have to stay bottom as well?
Nah. But he can't really mess with anyone else. OD is not a very easy kill unless they have sentries there, but looks like Radiant has won the sentry ward over there. Bounty Hunter in a lot of trouble.
And he's down there. Now Gorgsy with a bash will pick up one. Xiaoye actually tried to come in. Pablo tethers back across. Will bottle up. So he is alright. And well, at the least Horde, they'll be able to pick up a bit of gold from those illusions as well. Top lane this matchup, I mean, this could be interesting. What this kind of Jakiro versus Underlord lane.
I like Jakiro in this matchup.
Yeah, he should do alright.
He has a lot of magic damage, so Atrophy R doesn't really do that much. Underlord does have a fair amount of HP regen though, with the Enchanted Mangoes.
See bottom lane, T.O.T. again. Will manage to get the D ward here, so Luobo will feel that a little bit more safe when he goes in. Ah, there we have the Satire Blast actually catching Xiaoye.
Again.
Bringing him down low. Gorgsy tries to come in with a bit of pressure, but Luobo's there to hold back this aggression. And Skorg will need to heal up Pablo and salving himself and the troll back to full health.
If I were Naga, I would buy an Iron Talon, say screw this lane and let Bounty Hunter leech.
Yeah, Cherry is certainly not having the time of his life down here at the moment because of the pressure that Horde have been putting on. So all in all, I think, as you said, Horde, this is the lane matchup that they would have wanted to get. They got it. And so far, really, across all 3 lanes, it's looking very good for Horde in this early laning stage.
I would definitely say so.
The question is, if you are to be or not to be, is there any kind of movement you make, as you said, to potentially taking the Naga out the lane if she's not finding the farm here, or do you
just
switch
get her
the
to
sides
jungle.
totally?
I don't really think you switch sides. I think Jakiro's fine top, Bounty Hunter, there's not really that much kill potential in either lanes, so it's okay for him to just chill in lane and soak up XP in the bottom lane, and Keeper can prevent that tower from being pushed down by the Wisp +1. So I think all they're really concerned about in the early game, I would say, is Naga's farm. So she has Iron Talon but hasn't resorted to the jungle yet, probably because Troll was really low, so she thought she could get some farm up in the lane, but it's really annoying to have a Wisp in the enemy lane because no one really suffers in the HP department.
I mean, in your eyes as well, does it look like it is going to be a similar kind of plan from Horde where they expect Excalibur to get to a certain point and then they'll just group up and push as 5 and try and make sure that this game doesn't go late with a Naga in the mix for it to be or not to be?
I would say they're under a similar timer to last game. Although, it depends on what the OD wants to go. I think OD can definitely scale later with like a Midas into like a 4-staff into whatever in a Scythe later. I would say is actually pretty good because they can deal with Ember that way. So I wouldn't say it's as bad of a timer as last game. They do have some tools to manage the Naga.
Top lane, Hope on the Bounty actually going to TP over. It's kind of hard to see what he will be able to do against E-Skill and his Underlord if there is an opening, as he is just too tanky, it seems, at this stage. Level 5 on the solo safe lane Underlord.
Yeah, he's too high on HP and has a lot of HP regen in second, plus 5.3 with the ring.
I mean, this looks so hard to go on, but T.O.T. seemingly tempted to try for something. Well, the least it's nothing really more than just a tickle for the Underlord. As E-Skill is more than fine. Someone who is not more than fine, they're down bottom. Nagasiren in trouble as Gorksy, Pablo and Ake move to surround him in the tree line. A good Illuminate comes through, bringing them down low, but Naga's out and Horde will survive. Quite enough damage there from the support duo to be or not to be to allow them to turn it around.
Yeah, wasted time from the Bounty Hunter though. He's just been sitting top, but Underlord's not that important of a hero to kill. I guess maybe they think they can like get a hero kill into a tower kill, but I think Jakiro can already pressure there enough as is. It's not like the Pit Lord can kill the Jakiro in that lane. But they just need a little bit of extra damage, and they would have been able to probably get a double kill in that bottom lane and secure Naga's farm.
And mid lane, as the farm goes, 34 for 17 on Excalibur, 22 for 3 for Rampage. So quite a difference indeed there being created in this mid lane. And I guess, is this pretty much expected to happen in this 1v1 matchup? The OD does do this much better than an Ember Spirit?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
OD beats many heroes in that 101 mid, especially melee heroes. And Bounty Hunter hasn't been able to commit at all for the Ember Spirit, so that definitely makes things a little bit more tough for the Ember Spirit. So now they want to get a kill on the Underlord. They are going to commit 3 heroes. Ake is already there though.
Can they kill E-Skill? They'll hold them with the root. Good stun to follow through as well. A lot of damage onto the Underlord, but it looks like he might survive. Pablo's there on the IO. And again, I mean, they really want that Underlord dead, but it's not working out, Ben. And the map has kind of just been opened up elsewhere. You know, Gorksy is left 1v1 with the Naga, which the Troll is more than happy with. Mid lane, that Ember, Rampage, wasn't getting any help. You know, he was up top. They did leave the lane for Melody Lovers to try and get his way towards 6. But a lot of focus being put on attempting to do something about E-Skill, and it's not working at the moment.
He's really difficult to kill right now. Maybe if Ember were 7, they would have been able to get him killed. But Ember is not that high level yet. suffering a lot in lane versus OD, who's already level 8.
There's Takiro. Could be in trouble. The pit and Firestorm usage from E-Skill very nicely bringing him down all the way to the lowest of his life. He will be able to walk out though, so he lives another day. But
He's actually going for Earn on the THD, which probably signifies a lot more grouping up from them. You don't see that too often on the Jakiro, especially when he already has Tranquils.
a little bit of an interesting one there from Highway.
They really need to kill this troll. He's been able to solo farm down here for quite some time now.
Yeah, he's getting so much space gold.
Yeah.
Money changes hands.
Too much farm, I would say. In the bottom lane, Naga, no ensnare, no sleep just yet. Just the farming build thus far. I think 1 level of sleep's pretty value. I guess IO's not 6 yet, so they don't have to worry about relocates, but it's just really nice to be able to set up on people, especially when you have a Kata on your team who can just charge up that Illuminate, albeit only level 2.
But we are seeing just how well Gorgsy can bully Chaoye out of the lane. Lobo, he will head across. Pablo's actually moving in very aggressively here, and they're going to turn and try and kill him. And they should have a good chance as well. Tether was still off on cooldown, so no chance of escape as he's taken down. Back towards the mid lane though, 9 minutes in. Excalibur has got the Midas complete. And do you like this? Is this the kind of game where you want to be picking up a Midas on this on the OD?
I think when you have this early of a good game,
yeah,
this good of an early game rather, yeah.
Excalibur's farm gonna spiral very, very nicely. And Rampage, of course, on that Ember Spirit will be relying on finding the kills once he has the Veil of Discord complete. And so far, Horde have been making it very hard for To Be or Not To Be to find action across the map. And E-Skill himself will start moving across the map now down towards the bottom lane, backing up Gorgsy and Pablo for this push. And just Melody Lovers here. Blinding Lights and Illuminates trying to do their best to slow down the push here, but it's not going to be a fully fledged defense as T.O.T are looking elsewhere for action. They've headed towards the top. Ake all on his lone sub, but Ake immediately with a Hex, looking for the stun, can't quite get it off there because of the Ice Bar for the change. So they will get the kill on the Lion. It isn't the biggest of kills, but maybe if they could turn it into a push or another, it will be worth.
Yeah, they definitely should be able to get a lot of damage on this tower with the Max Liquid Fire up on the Jakiro already. And they're actually maybe going for it as Underlord kill.
Iska's actually just going to TP out here with the Rift. No messing. Gets that 1-1 nuke to try and clear out the wave. Slow down the push a little bit. But he is not sticking around for the party. Mid lane. Not going to be able to catch anyone out there. Excalibur actually wants to head up to top by the looks of it with Pablo. And maybe see if they could try and fight this one. They've TP'd Gorgsy in as well. So Horde trying to pincer To Be or Not To Be in. But already Rampage with the Remnant out to the side. IOI could be in trouble. The slow does catch him out. Pablo tethering across. There's the bash from Gorgsy with the ult as well. They'll cut down onto the dragon. And Horde, they'll take the kill. And they end up holding onto the tower. So at the end of the day with that movement from To Be or Not To Be, all they achieve is a Lion kill. And they lose their Jakiro for it.
Yeah, a little bit of a slower pace compared to last game. Bounty Hunter almost level 6. Maybe they can get some kills. Naga's had a lot of space to farm in the past 5 or 10 minutes after her tower has fallen. So they need to create some space for her until she gets her Radiance.
Yeah, just still need a lot of time. 1200. It's not necessarily going to be the quickest Radiance, but as you said at the moment, she is finding the space.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And that space is going to be reduced constantly if Horde are able to continue taking these towers. Lobo coming in has now hit the 6, so we'll be able to get those tracks out and help deter the side of Horde pushing in for more. Ake as well has now found his level 6 as well. A little low on the mana front. But if you can get that top sub, they can look to try and move around for a smoke and burst down one of the members. Or To Be or Not To Be. Bottom lane. Immediate sleep from Chaoye. Kind of stands their pings on him a little bit, wondering if maybe they could have had a chance of bringing him back up, but there's no way that was coming in. No one seeping into the tier 2s. T.O.T didn't want anything to do with that, especially when they're quite close to some of these items. Rampage, very close to having the Veil done, and that'll almost certainly be the point where he feels a little happier turning up to the fights.
Yeah, really liking on the damage right now. Naga not going to have to sleep for a few more minutes, so they can't set up any kills as of yet. Troll has Helm of Dom, can't solo Roche at this point. I think Dire needs to be looking at Roche fairly soon, give it to the OD and make him super, super buff. Ake plays the ward behind, missed. Actually, he even cast the chains.
Okay, could be in a lot of trouble there. He'll go for the stun and the hex. That'll actually be a relocate. Pablo bring in an E skill. They'll trap two. Luobo in a lot of trouble trying to get away with the invis. They drop a sanities, but he was already dead there. So a little bit of a waste of the ultimate from Excalibur. Doesn't look like it matters anyway, though, as they are cleaning up. And Rampage actually comes back in with the Remnant. They'll hold him in place with the Astral, but no follow through. So we'll just be the 2 for 1. Excalibur will want it. Pops his minus now. And they will try and put some pressure onto this mid tier 1 potentially as well here, Horde. Gorg in position to go. Excalibur still hanging around as well. And up top, Pablo, he'll TP across after he relocated back up to the top lane. Looking towards Rampage. Actually, hey, he's got one more Remnant out. So we'll be safe for the time being, but it's kind of forced him up to the high ground. So Horde finds some space to put it down off the tower. Oh no, Gorg C! A little bit of a fluff up there. Did not expect the burst from the Illuminate and the Shuriken. And that's going to be the troll down.
He had enough time to get a track off before, too. It's not a kill that you want to be giving me up, especially when the tower is not even taken down yet.
Just a little bit greedy play there from the side of Horde. Not playing safe enough. And, of course, because of that, they don't get the tower. Now T.O.T potentially in a position to find kills themselves as... Now we'll back up. Rampage on the hump with the Veil complete. Pablo potentially rather vulnerable. He's got the tether. Mech's now done on E-skill as well. So if they are grouped up and ready, the Mech and the IO combination will do a fair bit in terms of keeping these teammates alive for the initial burst of the team fight potential of to be or not to be with the Veil Ember.
On the Radiant side, Keeper also.
That's a little bit unfortunate there, really, for Horde. You can see them try for these kills, but they set up with the Ake Lion. But bringing an OD, unless he's got the sanities, as we're seeing, it's so hard to kill that Ember off before he has a chance to Remnant.
They had the Finger in 40 mana, so if they had that, then perhaps too.
That would, yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower
I've got to be careful with how they do these calculations.
Not enough catch for Ember unless Lion gets his Blink Dagger.
Again, they have found Ember once more, but it really is, as you mentioned, just the lack of lockdown. It's hurting them when they go for these kill attempts on the Ember Spirit. Mid lane tier 1 to be taken. Horde. Can they get anything more out of this one? I mean, is there going to be a point Sumo Horde could go for the Roche pit, or is that just too risky when you're up against a Naga lineup with potential Song?
I think they can definitely do it if the Naga doesn't have Song up, or if she's on the opposite side of the map, but she can always get recalled into the fight if they're really lacking just the Naga for one of those fights. So I think they need to take down a couple more towers before they can proceed. Underlord is nice and fat and just sitting behind the creep wave, or behind the tower.
Yeah, just blocking any sort of defense off here, allowing Horde to finish off this tier 2, which they will find. No trouble at all. And E-skill, they won't even absolutely lose that much mana. They're just going to TP up top. They want to try and defend here. Relocate coming through as well. Can they lock down IY? No, they cannot. Chao Ye there to help out the teammate. Sings his song of the people. And Horde will be unable to clip the Jakiro. They are starting to move down and chasing in this Naga Siren's general direction. But Gorgsy, even with the phase in the Yasha, can't quite close that gap soon enough.
So that should be the relic up for Naga Siren. Looks like she sent her illusions to the right instead of actually grabbing her relic.
Ooh.
Ember.
Actually messing up the chains combo there.
Yeah, he's missed quite a few of those.
And gives up a free kill. That could have been a free pickup, a nice bit of bounty there for him. But Pablo's out. And now Horde, they are hovering around the pit. They're moving everyone over. Gorgsy in the neighborhood as well. So they could go for this Roshan. And of course, knowing that the Song's down, it's pretty much exactly what you said, Ben. As soon as they know Song's off and unavailable for a couple of minutes, they move into the pit. And they feel fairly confident. I mean, T.O.T are heading over. We'll see what they could do. They will have the chance to jump here. Rampage eyeing it up. They'll look for the route into the Hex. They've got him locked down, but a massive Illuminate coming through, bringing them low. But they pop the mech. The Sanity Eclipse of T.O.T. They're out of mana, they're out of luck. They've lost 2. Immediately back into the fight. Rampage brought back, remnanted in. And they turn this. They get the Ice Path, Dual Breath as well. Excalibur and Pablo starting to fall low. So at the least, to be or not to be, have held Horde away from the pit, but they'll immediately head over, Shrine up. And Horde should be ready to get back in on this one. Roshan still just under half health. And with that kind of initial attempt of a contest from T.O.T, can they actually go again? Melody Lovers looking to come across to set up an Illuminate, but this time the pit, it's already been laid down from E-Skill, making sure the Colt can't get close enough to let it blast through. And Horde find the space that they need to get the Aegis. And as we saw in game 1, a little bit of an unsuccessful attempt on Rush. This time, it's exactly what Horde wanted. They get kills off the back of it as well, and their momentum is really coming into shape.
Yeah, Ember. Not the strongest Ember player I've seen. Missing a couple chains, kind of just walking in, dying the Hex there, and then buying back when there was really no chance of a contest there. That's really going to set him back. He was actually farming okay, I would say, before that, but now he's kind of the dumpster in terms of net worth, similar to last game.
And I mean, he's kind of lucky. The Remnant literally only just came off cooldown, so he's playing some very risky Ember. He's not playing it the safest. He will escape. As you mentioned, does need to be careful that he doesn't give away too much. I mean, these kills are certainly costing him. But just look at the difference between himself and Excalibur. He's now 9,500 net worth on this OD. Obviously, he did pick up that Midas early as well, which is making a huge impact. But the play as well.
That's almost like double net worth.
Yeah.
Though. That's really big disparity in the matchups in the mid lane. Like, I don't think it's supposed to go well for Ember, but it's not supposed to go this poorly for him either. But Radiant's finally up. Naga Siren, time for her to shine.
It really is. We'll see how good Chao Ye. And I mean, to be fair, game 1, Chao Ye played very, very well, Ben. So if there's going to be anyone that's going to be able to carry a game through on their back, Chao Ye and the Naga.
Yep.
It could be the guy.
Just need like one good sleep setup into like an Ice Path plus Blast plus Dual Breath Vampire, which is actually not that hard to pull off. No BKBs yet on the side of Dire. Just need to make sure they can burst through the Underlords. Oh, he's Dark Rifting.
As we saw, just the attacks there from Excalibur, ripping this Ember Spirit to pieces. He really cannot allow himself there to be on the front lines and get punished as heavily as that. As it opens up the space for Horde to just keep pushing in on this lane. Grouped up as 4, ready to go for a tower, and potentially ready to go for any kill if any sort of defense comes in. Gorgsy's there in the neighborhood as well.
I think they go high ground with this. You don't want to take it late versus an Ember Spirit, and they have the mech in the pipe already on E-Skill, but it looks like this will not be their time. They don't want to lose a free tower on bottom, and choosing to draw the game out a little bit longer.
Pablo might be in a bit of trouble here. Rampage, he is there. This time he will get that changed combination into the Glimmer Cake. Then Pablo looking for the Dukes. And in fact, Rampage he remnanted out. Didn't want to stick around for that. A little too scared of the old ball of light. So Pablo will live. Chao Ye in the neighborhood. Has the song. Doesn't actually have a TP and a lot of pings coming out. Oh, he's got a recall. Yeah. That will work as well. Cole brings him back to safety.
Dire's bottom tower.
Nice teamwork by them. You're seeing like decent signs of teamwork from the Radiant side. Small things like that, I think, add up. Shows that you've been playing together for at least a decent period of time.
I mean, can Horde push up to high ground? As you mentioned before, there's a lot of great high ground defense from.
I think you at least threaten it, force everyone to come back, force out a glyph. Like all these small things add up to so that the Radiant are just one mistake away from losing a T3. I think you have to like pressure it at the start. At least feign it. I think it's a good move. You want to put that Naga in that very uncomfortable position where you don't want to fight when you're not ready. And when he just have Radiance, you are not ready to fight. And like if they miss up one sleep, or if they're like so tanky that they can tank the sleep with like a pipe and such, then they could potentially just lose the fight and lose the game. You always want to threaten Naga by that. One bad fight is equal to game loss, and if not, you're going to be stuck in this position where you're trying to push a T2. It's not even daytime, and Keeper Light is able to stall almost indefinitely because he has Scepter. This Keeper Light, I think, has actually been playing pretty well too. Melody Lovers, 22 minutes is nothing to scoff at in terms of timing with the Naga on your team, because you're always going to be starved from neutral creeps. And Creep Wave almost immediately dies. Naga Siren Illusions going to bring OD near that kill threshold. With the Aegis expiring just 25 seconds, it could be a risky venture.
Well, on the sidelines, they have managed to pick off one here, Horde. We'll take the bounty out.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
As you mentioned, just very strong hold here from T.O.T.
This is the last T2 tower though, so they definitely want to hold this so they don't lose their shrines. Naga Siren will sleep up in 1 second. They could go for a sleep right now, but they're lacking a lot of the spells that they need. They could actually time it with the Aegis expiring, so this could be perfect. Yep.
Yeah, that's exactly what they've done. You've read the situation perfectly, Ben.
Could be really bad.
Let's see the combo Illuminate. Kicking up, it's going to fly through. Ake falling down low. Sanities will be dropped. They managed to take out the Naga Siren against Excalibur. Being backed up by Pablo, just turning in, pummeling into them all. They've taken down two. He'll turn towards Jakiro, pick up another.
They didn't actually get the OD in the ice path, that fight. He kind of just walked away from the sleep. So maybe they haven't been playing together for so long. At least maybe not the Naga strats. And now Naga versus the Troll. Looks like, fortunately for them, only a T2 loss.
Maybe some shrines as well. But I mean, as you said, so what was it that went so wrong there? Because it was pretty much the perfect time for the Naga to song, but then just the follow-up wasn't.
They missed the path on the OD, so they only got one person in their combo afterwards.
Yep.
That's about it. Just didn't really coordinate that well with their spells. Also, Jakiro, I think he used Macropire for the wave defense earlier. But yeah, you really need to get him before he can force step away to the rest of his team. So now I would say Dire with a pretty sizable advantage right now after killing the Naga Siren, taking out one of the T2s, and proceeding to take down a shrine. All they need to do is keep controlling the map, take down the Aegis, and just keep remaining unkillable. I think like the Bounty Hunter, it's very tough to play against the Underworld because just not that many people die in the game.
And Atrofiora certainly making things happen. They have managed to find here Excalibur, but Pablo's there with the relocate out, immediately removing him from harm's way. And in fact, I actually want to turn this. Yeah, E-Skill, he riffs across with Gorg C, so they'll also be able to protect the returning of the Io.
I would have liked them to see him do that a little bit later, so that like normally
you could catch him off guard. Kind of,
yeah, because he did it like 10 seconds, not 10 seconds, maybe like 5 seconds before that relocate came back. So they were like, okay, we're definitely not going to get this kill. But if you do it with like 2 seconds left, they're like, oh crap, we're already in position for a Wisp to come back, and maybe like the Wisp could have brought the OD back, and they could have pursued for a kill and a chase with the 4/7 Astral to set up for an easy kill, but they weren't able to squeeze the most out of that situation. Not that big of a deal. Just playing it safe. Wait till Roche.
Roche back up in. We'll find out very shortly. As we're yet to see if it's going to be the long or the short respawn. Gorg C actually nearly finding himself as in deny range. It is deniable, and they will get rid of it. As they can feel confident resting on the fact that the other two tier 2s are alive. On the side of
Roshan respawns in 5 seconds.
Oh, I like that as well, but do you like this? The Underlord picking up the Atos. That's a lot of disable.
Atos is great.
Yeah.
You root into Atos, into
root to root.
Yep. The triple root.
Mid-lane as well with the Hex, the Finger. Jakiro's out. Sanity's he dropping. Oh no! He did it on the Blade Mail. And now, T.O.T. Can they do this? There's no OD that they have to worry about. Now let's just surround Pablo, getting the tracks out here, but it looks like Horde can still fight strong. It doesn't matter that they've lost Excalibur. It's going to be a Remnant 4. Rampage, he's gone in on this. He's trying to mount up against it all, but there'll be a route to hold him into the pit. They may need a bash from Gorg C. Can they get it out? Doesn't look like they can, so Rampage still surviving, but he's got no more remnants left. He will be slowed down. Pablo tethers across, gets the tether slow. Flame Guard still keeping him alive. The balls will fly through. Ake, can he find the stun? Yes, he can, and they will finally kill off this Ember Spirit.
Naga just bailed out.
I did not want to be associated with that one at all there. And yeah, a little bit of an unfortunate way to start the fight ready for Horde. Otherwise, that could have been even more messy for To Be or Not To Be with Excalibur as he ulted the Blade Mail Ember Spirit. And they're into the pit, E-Skill, ready for the rest of his team to back him up. But again, it should be Roshan going into the hands of Horde. T.O.T. with the Ember Spirit down for 25 seconds, not really in a position to contest. Chao just pushing as far as he can on this bottom. Trying to do his best to carry his team. And net worth-wise, I mean, Chao, he is pretty much doing as much as he can, Pen, isn't he? He's keeping up in farm on the Naga, considering how things are going for his team.
Yeah, his teammates are, like, they're not playing very well around the song. Like, Bounty Hunter, he stuck around. They just died after when he easily could have just walked up with the Naga Siren. THD, as I mentioned before, like missing the ice path. Like, they either need to be closer to the Naga and survive until they can actually get their spells off during the sleep, or they need to all back off around the same time and play the split push game and minimize deaths. Luckily for Radiant side, they are not playing against a Bounty Hunter, or else these deaths would be a lot more costly for them.
Ake's actually smoked up and maybe even looking for a bit of a solo pickup. Yeah, he's not got the finger yet off cooldown. He'll put down a sentry. There's a second. Immediate lockdown is there, and they're going to be bringing the backup for the kill. Excalibur taken across by Pablo. They'll pick themselves up one. T.O.T are up here in full force, full 4 members remaining alive on this top lane, and they may look to try and go for a fight. Now, Pablo, very nicely done as well, actually takes OD back out rather than keeping him up on the top lane.
Nice play by Ake.
Yeah, Ake already smoothly blinking out as well, so time essentially wasted here for To Be or Not To Be as they're unable to find anyone.
They're pushing in bottom and mid lane, and they still have the Aegis on the Troll Warlord. This could be quite devastating for them. They do have the sleep, but it's not quite level 3 yet on the Naga Siren, and this is at the time.
They've got to get back. They've got to do something about this Horde. Battle trance.
They're already like set up in position though before they even get back to base. Like, Troll's already been beating up at the tower with max fervor stacks. He has 7 stacks. Attack speed increased by 210. This tower's just melting.
Not a lot they could do by the looks of it. They will try and set up again. Ice pass there. Damage-wise, it just doesn't seem to be enough at this stage to cut through the Troll. Roxy back up. Again. These Ice Pass and Illuminates are annoying, but Pablo consistently there to heal them back up. There's the Atos set up E-Skill. Coming into the midst of it all, drops down the pit. They'll focus their attention towards him. Sanities is out as well. Ice Path holds back Excalibur again with the song. Looks like this is a song resetting.
Song in the Shrine's pretty strong.
Can they actually get a jump in again? Rampage messing up that kind of slight and searing change combo.
He got hexed.
Ah, okay.
After. Yeah, I think he didn't miss his spells though, but he got hexed immediately after.
Can they actually stop this push though? I mean, a Horde. They're back up to the high ground again. Blade Mail will be there. Excalibur just astraling himself really while the Blade Mail's out. Good kind of jump back here as they catch Excalibur in the midst of it all, but the BKB comes out for Gorksy, the pit as well, holding them in place. To Be or Not To Be have lost the Ember for 50 seconds. Gorksy looking for an easy target, focusing the Keeper of the Light here. Melody of Lovers, one more bash would do it, but Gorksy can't quite find it. Mantas himself out of the net. Horde, they've got to back off though. They're all incredibly low. It should be a good Dark Rift. Will it be in time to save the Troll? It will. It gets them all back to safety. Beautiful Underlord ult as Horde keep everyone safe and sound. They don't find the racks, but they do get the tier 3 and get the Ember kill. Keeping themselves ahead here.
Good enough for them. Now they have the scythe up on the OD. He may be looking for a solo pick down here if he can find the real Naga. Which one is it? 2 of them have popped. He knows is this one. Does he have enough damage?
It looks like he does it. A couple more should do it. The Radiance Evasion isn't going to save the Naga.
And the Talent Evasion too. I actually generally prefer the 125 health over the 250 mana, especially if you get Arcanes first. It matters in situations like that. Yeah. If he survived one more hit, he wouldn't be able to pop the stick, and then maybe he could sleep TP out, which I think is a very big difference. Because now, 50 seconds, no Naga Siren, no Bounty Hunter, and they are going to push high ground. Naga Siren buyback pretty much means that he's going to be useless for the next like 5 or 10 minutes because he can't actually fight outside of base, and looks like he's going to walk in there again. Excalibur, there is no sentry on the Radiant side. This could be another free pick.
Yeah, already the Colt being bullied back to base. Will force himself away. Astral to hold the Emperor in place as Horde. They'll turn their attention towards the racks. Remnant out from Rampage. Can they do anything to stop this? They're trying to jump forward, but with the battle trance with Gorgsy, they're just ripping these racks to shreds. Horde, they'll pick up at least one set. It may not be done yet. Could certainly look for more BKB out and on its ways towards the hands of Excalibur.
If they mess up the sleep combo, they will lose the game.
They really need to find something huge to stop this onslaught from Horde at this stage. Excalibur really just feels like he's too big, and the Ember just consistently falling further and further behind now. I mean, Ben, he's only just on par with the Jakira and the Kotal.
It's just a lot of small things that he's done. Like the one pit, I think, was one of the biggest mistakes that he's made this game. But
Excalibur.
Oh my.
Just popping the BKB, going straight into the fight here. They'll turn towards the Naga, and they'll just kill him down with the BKB up.
That is a good game. There is no chance left for Radiant after Naga died again. You can buy back on her, but the damage has been done. Ember Spirit is just far too poor, and I don't even think they care about those buybacks because they're still 5 strong. Underlord still has all his cooldowns. Just mech pipe it through and keep on chugging at those towers. Wisp is so ridiculous in this matchup. He's had so much healing.
Pablo's been playing it perfectly. Great positioning, really nice relocates for something, gets some perfect kind of just setups.
I really like Pablo's play this game in particular.
Yeah, it's just complemented the style that they're going for here all perfectly.
He's like close enough that he's such a nuisance, but far enough away that they can't ever kill him. Like it's just one of those.
He's, only dying twice in this game. I mean, you got to feel pretty good, especially a game with like a bounty, an Ember Spirit. You know, heroes that would be looking to hunt out the IO on the back lines.
To be fair though, the Ember has been very underwhelming.
That's true.
So I think a better Ember Spirit would have been able to take control of this game.
Nearly less than the IO and the Lion. Is it going to happen, Ben? I think it is, isn't it?
I mean, he just bought back, so probably.
Yeah.
He went to Spell Lamp build, but he's just been dying constantly.
What was Rampage playing in game 1?
He was also playing Ember.
It was Ember, wasn't it, in game 1 as well?
He was the one that like wasn't terribly sure about how to handle Meepo and just kind of like remnanted in and died a couple of times. So he's not the strongest player on the Radiant side, I would say. That's okay though.
Maybe Chao Ye can still carry them.
Unlikely. Naga can only do so much.
Yeah.
Naga sets up and stuff, but she can't solo carry like this. Not in this type of game where they have a lot of illusion counters with Lion and the OD. And ooh, Naga Siren is going to be in a lot of trouble and gets 3-shot. He didn't even miss there. What the heck? How are you not going to miss with Radiance and 15% evasion talent?
There we have it. They tab out. They've had enough here. GG is called from T.O.T. I mean, game 2, Horde looking very good, really. 25-8.
Yeah, big mismatch in the mid. I think that Excalibur.
That was. He's very good. He's incredibly good.
Skilled. Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, so game 1, I mean, do you feel that Horde, what have they learned from this first series? Just not to be too cocky with the Meepo picks, really, in this tournament.
Don't overestimate your draft. You still need good play and a good draft to win. And I think they think that they're individually skilled better than T.O.T, which I think definitely was the case in this particular BO2. But yeah, second game, I think they're